happy quarantine day number whatever. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel today. I have to be quiet because Mila is taking a nap and she's right here in the living room. But today, so I just want to talk a little bit about a health condition that I have, and it's type 1 diabetes. I mentioned it a little bit in my previous video, but today I want to go into detail about type 1 diabetes and how it's affected me. And then I'm also going to show you guys what I have to do on the daily to maintain type 1 diabetes. So thank y'all so much for watching.
I'm sorry. So I forgot to inform you guys who are scared of needles that I will be injecting myself with an insulin shot as well as checking my sugar. You may see some blood. Sorry.
Okay, so first things first, finding out that I had diabetes. So I actually found out that I was a diabetic when I was about, I'd say 8 weeks pregnant with my daughter, and I passed out in the shower. Thank God my now fiance was there with me. I basically passed out in the shower and woke up in the hospital. I was in and out. I remember very few things. But I went to the hospital, and that is where they confirmed the pregnancy and confirmed that I was a diabetic. My sugar level had reached about 730, which is very, very high. I was told that I could have died or that I should have been in a diabetic coma, which is basically close to death. So that was really scary for me. So I did, during my entire pregnancy, I had to inject myself with insulin shots, and that was 4 times a day. It was really hard at first to do the injections. I was scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm not a doctor. How am I supposed to poke myself every day with the needle? But then I thought about it, and they did tell me that basically the way that I maintained my diabetes had a lot to do with my daughter and her being born, and that there was a good chance that she could have been born bigger than she was supposed to be, which bigger is not always healthier. So basically not gaining weight in a good way. So, oh Lord, I'm stressing by this time, y'all. Like I'm crying just about every day. Trying to force myself to give myself these diabetic injections, and just trying to have the bigger picture that I was planning on delivering my baby girl. So we got through the pregnancy, fast forward, got through the pregnancy. I was told that the diabetes would go away. I was told that because my body had just, I had just given birth, that this was gonna go away and just give it time. So we gave it time. I still was monitoring my blood pressures. They were still pretty high, not blood pressure. My blood sugars, they were still pretty high. So long story short, moving forward as well, I was then told, and it was confirmed, that I was not only a diabetic, but I was a type 1 diabetic, which again is the more serious diabetic condition. So that was really a shocker for me. I will say that when I first found out that I was a diabetic, it was not fun for me. It was very depressing. I took it pretty hard. And I think the reason why I did is because I did not educate myself on what it meant to be a diabetic. All I knew was that a diabetic was something that some of my aunts were, and that older people were, and that they had to take medication for it. But after getting over it, or trying to get over it, and just educating myself, I learned that you can live with diabetes. And if you manage it the right way, if you eat the right way and have proper exercising habits, you can definitely live with diabetes. So I'm 26 years old. I am a type 1 diabetic, and my body at this point is insulin dependent. So what that means is that I have to use this, which is a Lantus pen. It looks like an ink pen that you would see on somebody's desk at work, like one of those big fat markers, but it's not. It has a very small needle. I'm not sure if you can see that. But yeah, it has a very small needle attached to it, and you have to give it to yourself in doses. So I have not checked my sugar yet, and so I'm gonna actually do that live for you guys, just to show you guys how I maintain. All right, so there's a couple of things that are included in maintaining your diabetes when you are a type 1 diabetic. So for one, like I said, this is the insulin pen. This is what helps my body store sugar. So this is a pen that I inject into my skin. I usually do my, I think this is called your forearm. Don't worry, that's gonna be gone soon. Your forearm, you can inject your stomach. I tried that one time and it hurt very bad. I think that's the worst spot to inject. Those type 1 diabetics that are able to inject into their stomach, God bless y'all. Y'all are super people, but I cannot do it. I usually inject in my butt, and I don't want to sound graphic, but I do that because there's more fat in your backside area, so it doesn't hurt as much when you inject in your butt. But today I'm just gonna do my arm. So the first thing that you need to do, of course, is pick a side. So pick an arm. You are supposed to rotate. You're not supposed to inject into the same spot every time because that can cause for some bruising. So sorry. Anyways, you want to rotate injection sites. So you want to just switch it up every time to make sure that you're not bruising your skin. I try and take pride in my skin, so I don't want dimply butt cheeks or bruised arms, all that extra. So the first thing that I'm gonna do for you guys, or with you guys today, is check my sugar. So this is a sterile alcohol swab by Relion. Ooh, the light's really bright, so Relion. And I'm just gonna take this, and because my arm is just sitting right here, I'm going to actually inject into my forearm on my left side. Yes, I did this. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe off the injection site. No, this is not cocaine. This is not a drug that can get you high or anything like that. This is just the insulin that my body needs to maintain. So just wipe your arm off, and I'm gonna dispose of that. Now, I'm running out of insulin. I actually need a refill, but I'm gonna go ahead and inject myself with 8 units of insulin. That's probably all that I have left, just about. So for those of you that are queasy and don't like needles, you might want to turn your head or turn off the video. I'll make sure I warn you guys in the beginning that I am going to be injecting myself with a needle. But first, let me check my sugar. Because if my sugar is good, which hopefully it is, I don't even really have to give myself an injection. So the sugar monitor tester thingies come in this little bottle, and I'm just gonna take this, and I have a 1-touch sugar meter, and I'm just going to inject it into the monitor. And it's gonna show up as a 25. So I guess that's just like the beginning of the process, I'm not sure. So you guys have probably seen your grandparents give their self injections, or your aunt or someone like that. So this is probably something you've seen. So I just pick a finger, so I choose my middle finger, not to flick anybody off, but. All right, so you definitely want to rotate injection spots. You want to rotate injection spots because you do not want your skin to bruise. So I don't want dimply arms or, a dimply butt. I don't need extra stuff anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an injection for you guys, and also check my sugar. So hopefully it's good. So you guys have probably seen your grandparents, great aunts. Usually older people do this, but I'm 26 and I have to do it. So so I'm gonna go ahead and pick a finger. I'm not flicking anyone off. This is just the finger that I'm gonna use to check my sugar. This right here is basically the needle that's gonna penetrate my skin. I'm gonna rack it back and put it on level 4 so that it doesn't hurt too bad. And I'm just gonna go ahead and poke my finger, draw some blood. Draw some blood, and then I'm going to test the blood. So let's see what my sugar is right now. Meter was not ready. Retest with new strip. And these strips are not cheap, I'm telling y'all now. Don't get diabetes because it's not cheap, okay? And with all this crazy corona stuff going on, I really can't access my doctor like I need to. So I'm gonna try it again. We got some new blood. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put the blood onto the tab. It's gonna fill it up. I'm scared to look, y'all. My sugar is 182. That's not too bad, but I think I do need an injection, so perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the injection. I already have it on 8 units. It's on 8 units, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now, there's really no easy way to give yourself a shot. Take a shot for me. Take a shot for me. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the injection. So I just kind of wobble my arm. And I'm just gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3 stick, push down, and then withdraw. So that was 8 units of insulin. I'm not bleeding, I'm not dying. I hope not, right? So yeah, so that's basically everyday life, and I do that every day, twice a day. It was hard at first trying to give myself the injections. I made a mistake of letting Marcus do an injection one time, and it was very painful because he was moving like so slow, and it really made me mad, and I was really scared. But you know, it's just about managing what you eat, dieting, exercise, and you know, I live a pretty normal life. No, I can't go ham on ice cream, cake, cheesecake, hamburgers, French fries, sweet potato pie, birthday cake. There's a lot of stuff I miss, man. There's a lot of things that I wish that I could put in my mouth and digest, but I can't digest, but I can't, because I have a little sleeping, crazy little girl that I have to live for, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any concerns about diabetes or what to look out for, what symptoms I had up to being diagnosed as diabetic, if you had an issue with being pregnant and being diabetic, I mean, I know all about that. If you guys want further information, just drop that information down below, and I'll be happy to do other videos informing you guys on what it is that you're looking for. So thank you so much for listening. This spiel was on type 1 diabetes by yours truly, and let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys are interested in anything else, I will be coming back with more makeup tutorials soon, but let me know what you guys would like to see here on my channel, and I'll hook it up for you. Again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that we can have fun together. Bye. Thank you.